All right, everyone, welcome back. This is Jetil podcast again. It's nice to see you guys back here. That's been a long-awaited episode for us. And as usual, I'm here, Muddy. Might be the favorite host. Okay, and as usually, our second host, Eidos, is here. Grandmaster.
Yeah, the professional Dragon Slayer, Kung Fu Grandmaster.
Back in the building, bro.
Yeah, we're back again,
how
baby.
How are you doing, bro?
Good, man.
Good.
How are you?
Been
Finally.
a lot of things.
Madi is a
going
big
on.
boy now. Madi is married officially.
I am.
Yeah,
Thank you.
to a girl.
Thanks for being.
I have to
being
clarify.
With us. Yeah, that's true.
You know. Well, man, it's good to have you here, man, Francois.
Yeah, thanks
Welcome.
a lot for inviting me here.
Yeah,
Feels
Francois.
good to be here.
It's really our pleasure, first of all, to have you here because I mean we've been waiting for you for a long time. I mean, when
I
was
found
the time?
him
When was the time when we texted him? Like,
a month ago or two, right?
About
Something like
2 months
that.
ago. Yeah.
About 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I found he was in my. I found him on YouTube actually.
yeah,
Like with his face on that
Oh,
thumbnail,
yeah.
like the YouTube. I was like, well, who's this guy? You know, in Almaty, like street food, something like that. I clicked on it and then I saw him and he had a bunch of friends and walking around. I was like, man, we need to get this guy. And then I was looking for him, couldn't find him, and finally,
and
IG.
finally he's here.
yeah, man, thank you for
good.
For your time. And then there was so like he was also like quick, he was like open, like yeah, let's do this. I was super happy, and I remember
Absolutely,
I sent you a screenshot. I was like, yo, this guy's down, let's go.
Yeah, that was cool. for it.
The first, I'd say the how do you say it? Like impression when we reach out to people like, would you like to collaborate and come to our podcast? They usually get scared a lot.
Yeah, man.
Like, who the fuck are you? Like thing,
Yeah,
you know?
Why is it in English?
Why is that in English?
Yeah.
Who are you? Why do you do this? They have a lot of questions.
And Madi has a language school, right? It was like, okay, you like you're obviously a blogger and you have this language school. Who's the second mystery guy?
Yeah.
And why the fuck he's always wearing glasses?
What
I have
was-
allergy.
Yeah.
All right, because
Yeah.
I have to make sure. Because there's this girl specifically. She's like under each episode, she's keep commenting. I don't know. She's why keep commenting and hating on me for no reason. It's like, oh, this guy is wearing glasses. No, like
Being arrogant
Yeah,
all the
being
time.
arrogant. And why the fuck he thinks like he's black for some reason? Yeah, he's bro. Like you'll find her eventually later.
She probably likes you. Usually girls pick on you if they like you. So,
Yeah, I hope so. So, yeah, we have a bunch of questions for you, man.
Yeah.
Might you go ahead?
Absolutely. So, what was your first, I'd say, reaction towards when we invited you to our podcast? Like,
I was very taken aback, but not in a bad way. I didn't think I was big enough to be on anyone's radar. So I was like, me? You want me to come? Like, I'm not anyone. So I was I was just like, wow, this is a good opportunity. So yeah, I just wanted to take it if it was possible.
Bro, why Kazakhstan though, man? Why'd you choose? I mean, how do you end up here anyway? Like, you've been to Central Asian countries, like all over the place.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think I have one friend in Korea who's from Uzbekistan, and he says, "Oh, you have to go to Uzbekistan. You have to go there." And I just decided, okay, if I'm going to go all the way to Uzbekistan, I might as well try some other stands as well. So Kazakhstan was the biggest one, so
Yeah.
I was like, let's just go there.
yeah, the first, yeah.
Obviously, you travel a lot, right? So, did you like, what'd you expect before coming to this region, to Central Asia? Like, was it like camels and the desert and
Yurts and
yeah, yurts and like this wild shaman guys running around? Like, what was the whole perception? Because the Borat was out, and people were thinking when they think of Kazakhstan, it's always Borat comes first.
I've actually never seen Borat, the movie.
Really,
I've never seen it.
he's our biggest marketing
Tool, yeah.
director.
Everyone asks me like, how did you think about Kazakhstan in comparison to Borat? And I was like, I've never seen the movie.
And you gotta watch it. It's hilarious, man.
yeah.
I love that movie. Yeah, Borat 1, 2. Like 2 is like
Because there is always the expectation and the reality that
Yeah.
a lot of people come here and then the first thing they say is like,
was it
Soviet.
like wow, it's
know.
better, or it's like oh
I actually, to be honest, before I came here, I thought, please don't hate on me for
No,
this.
man, it's all over,
Yeah, I
man.
just thought it would be like 1980s Soviet Russia.
Yeah.
So I thought people were going to be walking down the street in these big coats,
Yeah.
this big hat, and it's like super cold outside. But when I arrived, I was like, it's nothing like I thought. It's really modern. It's clean. It smells really good here. And the people were friendly. So it's just completely different perspective than my stereotype.
How many countries have you ever been to?
I think now maybe 30.
30. Wow.
Wow, man.
So you do
That's a lot.
your own blog on YouTube, right?
Yes.
It's pretty.
Your
lot
channel
of
is like growing
subscribers
fast also. I think like it's good because you see the reason we have this podcast in English is, you know, just to encourage the youth, you know,
Yeah,
for them to learn
absolutely.
English. And for foreigners, just like yourself, before coming to Kazakhstan, they're probably going to search, you know, more about our country. So they're going to find our podcast and watch and listen and see foreigners are here safe, alive, you know,
No one
safe
ate
and
me.
sound, nobody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, no. So that was the like main reason to well, plus also our the current president is also a polyglot. He speaks like a lot of language. So you know, we're trying to push this agenda in trying to you know, because I think you've noticed that not a lot of people speak English in Kazakhstan, but they try.
They're trying, yeah. Usually when I'm lost, or the first time I was here, I was lost, I would just ask people on the side of the street, and they would try their best. They're like, and then, you know, they couldn't answer, and then they just like point me in another direction, and someone else would help me. So they try.
I've seen a couple of your episodes when you were in Russia.
In Russia?
Yeah, when you were in Russia and then traveling and then shooting yourself into Zoom, I guess. You know, this Goom.
In Russia? I didn't go to Russia.
You
I haven't gone to Russia.
It's in Almaty, bro.
It's
I think.
Almaty.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Almaty. Yeah.
How many episodes you have of in being in Kazakhstan?
I think just 3.
Just 3.
Yeah.
I've seen the ones like you walking around trying foods.
Oh, yes,
the
yes,
local
yes.
food.
Yeah.
Probably
Oh, yeah,
that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to make more episodes, though.
Yeah.
That's why I came back.
We're expecting a lot. And what was your, like, the first thing that maybe impressed you here and maybe disappointed?
Yeah.
To some extent.
Impressed and disappointed.
Yeah, that's the favorite thing that we ask usually.
Can I start with disappointments?
Of course.
Absolutely.
So actually, I teach anthropology at a university in Korea, and I teach my students cultural relativism. So it means that you can't judge another culture based on yours. So what you consider good in your culture, it might not be good in another culture. So I came here and I didn't have any disappointments because my thinking is that this is another culture. They have their own way of life. So I have to fit in here.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't bring my own cultural understanding to this country. So no disappointments. I was just noting how Almaty isn't really English friendly. That's about it. But it doesn't have to be. It's its own country. So, but what really impressed me was the smell. Like really, I don't know why it smells so good here.
Really?
Like everywhere you go outside on the inside of buildings, it just smells like, you know, immaculate. And the parks, I really love the parks. And I think I commented on one YouTube video how the sun hits the green here differently than it does in other places. Like in Korea, there are parks as well, but here everything looks much more lush and vibrant than any other country I've traveled to. So that
Well, I
really
have this
impressed.
thing, man. Every time I go to another country, the colors seem different, man.
Yes.
It really does. But I don't know, in your case, you like it better here?
Yeah, I really do.
Достар, есіңізге салайық, ағылшын тілін оқыңыздар. Егер де курсқа жазылам десеңіздер, онда YouTube астындағы сілтемемен өтіп, біздің менеджерге жазсаңыздар болады. Сізді курсымызда күтеміз. Жетілмен бірге жетіл. Have you been to Uzbekistan though?
I have been to Uzbekistan.
Have you tried to compare? I mean, because every time I go to Tashkent, it's a bit different. Like you were saying that in Almaty it's kind of vibrant, and then the sunshine and everything is so colorful. But in Tashkent, it's, I think, just above, like the level of, you know.
Well, you know, Tashkent is a big
color.
cultural place ever since the Soviet times, you know. It was one
Even
of
the
the
grass.
really, really important places
Yeah.
for education, for culture, so you know, I think Uzbekistan is slightly already past, you know, Kazakhstan in development.
Really?
Yeah.
In certain
cases, in
maybe,
certain spheres, because you see, Uzbek people, they are hardworking people. Kazakhs in general are lazy. Well, we are a very lazy ethnicity. Yeah, it is true. Like
We
I
all
don't know
want to
if you
become
noticed.
like
Yeah,
heads, or
we're late. We're like just normally late. It's a part of our culture. It's like his wedding was supposed to start at 6, so it starts at 8. It's okay. It's like totally. It's written 6 p.m. but
absolutely.
you leave the house at 6 p.m. It's kind of weird.
That's actually something similar that you have with African American culture. We have something called CPT, Colored People Time. So yeah, if you're supposed to be at an event at 7 o'clock, everyone knows you'll come at 7:45,
Wow.
8 o'clock.
Because we
So,
have this thing, nobody wants to come early and look stupid,
yeah,
looking around.
exactly, right?
Yeah, it's really strange. So, and Uzbeks, they don't have this thing. Uzbeks, they and they don't care what type of work they do, as long as if it's a man, then he has to bring food, take care of the family. So he doesn't.
Absolutely.
He doesn't
What I've
care.
noticed last time when I visited Uzbekistan is that they told me that they are men. They go to supermarket and they carry the food.
Yeah.
Here, women does it.
Yeah,
Women do it.
Yeah.
Because
Grocery shopping,
grocery shopping.
Really?
Yeah, in Uzbekistan, only men do it. It's like-
household things are we don't do. Well, most of our men.
yeah, in Kazakhstan, men are like. no.
And also, if you speak to a man, like
That's different,
he's as a janitor or a waiter, talk to him, he'll tell you that it's a temporary work.
Oh,
He'll
wow.
say,
Here?
yeah. Like you can just ask him, like, I'm just doing this temporary, or car wash. So I'm just doing this temporary because I'll be a gold. Because every Kazakh wants to be a boss. It's a weird thing, man.
Absolutely.
That's why we fail at some spheres of life, but that probably those are the things that you don't see. But we're trying to change. Times
Yeah.
are changing, and for the past few years, Kazakhs are waking up, especially the youth. We're kind of trying to find our identity, right? I think,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
our culture. Look at our music changing, our movies are changing. Kazakh language is coming back because
I've heard
obviously,
about this.
yeah, because they are, everyone noticed when you come to Almaty, Astana, everybody speaks Russian.
Yeah.
But now it's slowly. We're taking it one step at a
Yeah.
time.
I have a question though. Like, how did you, to you, is about. So you became a YouTube vlogger, but is it the main thing that you do, or is it just like a?
I'm a university
thing.
professor,
Wow.
and
That's what you do for a living.
that's what I do for a living.
Nice.
In Seoul.
In Seoul, yes.
Wow.
My friend who lives in the Netherlands, he's also African American. He has a YouTube channel, and he told me, or didn't tell me, he suggested that I should start a channel. And I was like, why? He was like, you can like reach a lot of people. I was in photography at that time, so he says you can sell courses and things like that. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So I tried YouTube about 3 years ago. I wasn't very consistent, but recently I started having fun with it. So it just became more consistent.
I think it's one of the part you should enjoy because it's your thing, definitely, man. It looks good.
Yeah.
Really?
It's your thing. Like you have to do the
And
blogging thing.
You know what I liked about your channel is that all your videos are pretty much chill. Like you don't put like there is a
Authentic, real.
Yeah,
You
authentic.
can feel
and real,
like it was the guys
then-
just telling
'cause
how like
here in
how-
Kazakhstan, if someone starts doing his own blog on YouTube,
Oh man, they
or
pretend.
either
We have a lot
Instagram,
of
yeah, they always put a lot of effort and then they burn out.
Okay.
But
They try to make it perfect.
They try to make it perfect.
Too
And here, whether it's our podcast or Francois doing his own channel, running his own channel, it's like, I think the little tiny steps towards the, I'd say success. So that's the formula.
Man, you just professor at a university
Yeah.
because I never
We
thought the
couldn't
professor
imagine.
exactly
a
the professors
professor at
we
university
imagine
doing his own
in our
channel.
in my imagination. It's the stereotype is very different.
Wow.
I'm a little different in class. Well, not much different, but actually, since I began YouTube, my student evaluation scores have gone up
Wow, nice.
because I think I'm very verbose. I
Yeah.
talk a lot, maybe sometimes too much, but YouTube kind of helped me to realize, okay, what are people interested in listening to, and what's just like stuff that I want to say. So I try to, in YouTube and in class, to just cut out all of the junk. Like, this is what people want to hear. Excuse me. Tell them what they want to hear, not what I want them to know. So,
Wow. And
That's
why?
nice, man.
So, how did you end up in Korea though? Like in
wow, good story.
Yeah,
Someone just
South
asked
Korea.
me about that, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
yeah.
Are you like mixed
Well, most African
background, ethnicity?
Yeah, most African Americans, we have like 20% European DNA because of enslavement. But I am not like, I guess, this generation mixed. I'm multi-generationally mixed. So over many years, my people have mixed with, I guess, Europeans. But yeah, I was in France for 3 years. And yeah, I was studying there. I worked at language immersion camps there. I finished my BA there. And I was just looking for another place to go to that wasn't America. And yeah, Korea popped up. And
Because for some reason I thought you're like you have Asian blood also.
I could.
I actually thought that you have Korean, probably have Korean American.
Some people have said that.
yeah.
Maybe I could pass for it now because I've been there for a long time.
Yeah, man, you speak French too?
I speak French.
Oh,
And
nice,
what about
man.
Korean?
I can speak okay, but not very well. My job, I only speak English. So I speak English at work. When I go home, it's just me. So I don't really need Korean.
Yeah. Tell us about these cultural, or maybe some language barriers that you face in Korea. Because I'm pretty sure, like, I studied in Japan.
Okay.
So though I speak Japanese, I studied Japanese, and in order to, embrace this culture, I had to know Japanese at that time.
Right.
What about you? Like, how do you face those maybe difficulties towards language?
Sorry, I keep sweating.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
Yeah, a little hot. Actually, most foreigners live in a bubble in Korea. Korean society, I think, in my opinion, is very difficult to like fully break into, fully immerse yourself into. So, I guess as far as the language is concerned, I don't really feel any kind of deficiencies because I speak enough to do what it is that I need to do to live, and I kind of stay in my lane. I'm there to work. I'm there to speak to my students. I'm there to I have a job, and I have a goal, and I don't like need to deviate from that. So I have enough Korean language to accomplish that which I need to do while I'm there. So
But do you have any further plans to stay there, or like, do you plan to?
I don't know. It
immigrate somewhere
depends.
else?
Wherever I find my wife,
Wow,
that's
all
where
right,
I'll
all
go. So we'll see.
By the way, how old are you?
41.
41.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Listen, well, how about Kazakhstan? How about the Kazakh wife?
Kazakh wife, not bad.
He
but,
went, yeah.
I have
Keep
no
saying about it, bro.
I have no problems with women from anywhere. But actually, I did get a little scared from one of my videos. So many nasty comments and very scary comments. Like, be careful, bro, because if you keep talking about our Kazakh women, you might find yourself in the steppes alone one day.
Well, that's before you get married.
That's
Yeah, because the first thing you need to do is get a Kazakh wife. That's it. Like, she'll solve all the problems.
Okay.
You'll just have 217 cousins, in-law, brothers-in-law, and so
They can protect me.
they will, of course. obviously.
Good.
You're the son-in-law now, so they'll protect you, and they will try to get to America through you. I'm just kidding.
Hey, I mean, why not? Everything in life is a negotiation, right? So
I'm just kidding. We go through Mexico, man.
okay, that's
no.
Yeah, 6 out of 10, survivors.
make it there.
Listen, he went to Algeria and got his wife from there. I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He
And
lived in
you're-
Japan, came back to Kazakhstan, and went there and came back with it.
Do you remember when I was living? I met you at the airport.
Yeah.
I was leaving to Algeria at that time.
Yeah, I remember.
That was
We didn't take a photo. I was leaving for China. He was leaving for Algeria.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
And then I'm just saying that it's all up to you. I mean, if you get good, I'd say
Listen, man,
first
it's okay.
impression to her parents probably, and then it's fine.
Whoever those don't pay attention to those nasty
Yeah.
comments, because especially this region, mostly. I mean, I think also Eastern Europe. They're all very protective of their women. I think, well, which is a good thing also. Two, so if you find someone here, that'll be fantastic, man.
Actually, sorry to cut
because
you off.
because no, it's all good, man. Because Kazakhstan is trying to join the list for the passport bros.
Oh, really?
We're trying to get into top 10.
I love to travel, and of course, when you travel, you meet different people. I don't really like to promote like sex tourism or anything like that. But I did make a video about how if you're traveling as a man and you happen to meet someone in the country where you're visiting, it's okay. But I love Kazakhstan and I want to protect it now. So I don't want other foreigners coming here just to like take
I
women.
feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's under my protection.
Yeah.
Well, since you have us, if anyone texts you, just let us know, man, or let me know. It's okay.
Достар, есіңізге салайық, ағылшын тілін оқыңыздар. Егер де курсқа жазылам десеңіздер, онда YouTube астындағы сілтемемен өтіп, біздің менеджерге жазсаңыздар болады. Сізді курсымызда күтеміз. Жетілмен бірге жетіл. Have you noticed the thing that there are a lot of tourists nowadays from Qatar, Kuwait, and
Lately, a lot of tourists, bro.
You
A
know
lot
why
of
that
Americans also.
I'm not quite sure about Americans, but then you can definitely notice that
Yeah.
a lot of
Arabs
from
from the
Kuwait,
Gulf countries,
Qatar.
a lot, definitely. But
Yeah.
I've seen already probably like 20 Americans,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like all of just groups of 3, 5. I don't know what they're doing here. Probably agents again, man. Because our viewers they blame us for. Well, they don't blame us. They think that we are being sponsored by the U.S. Embassy, trying to push the Western agenda.
Really?
Yeah, we would love to, man. We keep saying this thing. If U.S. Embassy watches us, please
Sponsor us.
sponsor us. Yeah,
He keeps repeating it every
episode. I have to keep asking,
Give us
bro,
some
because
money.
we pay for this shit, man. Come on, we don't. We're doing this for the youth.
That's true. That's
Yeah, I
true.
like that though. Maybe one
That's
day they'll
good.
pick it up.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. And tell us about this. So being like, you were in good shape, 41 years old.
Thank you.
You're in good shape. You were doing your vlog on YouTube. You were being a professor. Do you have any certain views, like how to hack the life, let's say? Because I think we have to learn. We should learn definitely those things. Like,
Hack life. I don't know. I guess make sure you drink a lot of water. Reduce stress.
Yeah.
Very, very Asian of you.
no,
bro.
no. Let me
I've been here for a long time.
let me re-ask the question properly. It would be just like, are you all into that self-development,
Self-growth,
self-growth,
spiritually, mentally,
mental
physically.
things that are really popular nowadays, like work on yourself, like a routine?
I've been exercising every day, except since I got injured since I was 14 or 15 years old. So my grandfather, he instilled like having a strong body, strong mind. So I've always exercised, maybe not my mind, but definitely my body. But over the last few years, I've been studying Stoicism.
Stoicism, yeah.
Stoicism.
Yeah.
So, of course, I can't adapt all of the aspects of this
not
ideology.
easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
But I do my best to make sure that when I'm interacting with people, I don't try to assume too much. It's a person just like me.
Yeah.
And to not take things too serious, not to have my blood pressure raised. And also, I like to follow a philosophy called epistemology. So it means like I'll never know everything. So why worry if I won't know anything?
I like that,
So
man.
just chill out.
That's cool.
I'm on that path too.
That's cool.
I like that.
Yeah. Why am I asking that question is that because in Kazakhstan, we see the trends, how people are getting really sick about this development issues. I think not only in Kazakhstan, but in the whole
Well, we have this
world.
word in Kazakh. In Russian, I think that we call it successful success.
Yeah.
Yes, people are on successful success. They're like,
Yeah, yeah.
I wake up at 6 a.m. and I do this. I drink this matcha tea, and then I go there, work out, do my yoga, and I take my kids there, and blah 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 blah. The whole thing while your
use that
ass was
content,
asleep.
bro.
Already did like, yeah, it's like too intense.
But I do such content too.
Yeah, it's very uptight. I got tired of this year.
But
Yeah,
I think you should kind of try to motivate other people also, if you can, of course. If you
I
don't
noticed
get
that
burnt
I don't enjoy my time in Almaty because it's a routine, because it's a gym, it's a sports, it's kids, taking them there, here, work, blah blah blah. And then we stopped with my wife. I thought, you know what, let's stop for a second, man. Let's just also think that we are not in Almaty now. Some days we just decide to mess up the whole plan. Like we just say, fuck Tuesday, that's it.
yeah.
And we're learning to enjoy life, because when like environment, like you said, the success people are like online, the bloggers and this and everything, keep motivation and all that shit. It makes you tired,
Yeah.
and you don't have time to enjoy. So what you said, I really like that, man. Like, why worry?
Yeah.
Why worry?
How long you been staying in Korea?
Almost 14 years.
Almost 14 years. And as I'm aware, like those
14 years.
Asian countries, like I studied in Japan, and I know that, well, the culture itself, like this hustle culture, is pretty toxic though there. So how do you overcome through this? I mean, I know that Korean people are super hardworking also. Maybe, yeah?
Yeah, they are. They work
Yeah.
hard. Korea has this culture called bali, like fast culture. They do everything quickly.
Wow.
You can get anything done that you want in no time at all. And it does burn people out a lot.
Yeah.
As I said, I'm a foreigner and I live in a bubble, so it doesn't really affect me that much, because they look at me, they're like, he's a foreigner, he doesn't know.
right.
So yeah, just
Gaiji in your language, bro.
Yeah, in Japanese. Yeah. No, but just maybe I mean, since we're like Asians, like going to Japan, and then if you know proper
Japan,
Japanese,
Korea, China, man, those countries, I don't think, like Francois said, you cannot actually penetrate the culture to the core to get in there, because you'll end up, because, bro, the regions, they have too many different, like the north and south, like, especially China, I don't know, they're all different cultures. Within China, Chinese people, within themselves, they have different cultures based on the region. They have cold regions, they have hot regions.
but it still affects your behavior. I mean, to a certain
In China, the
extent.
same. Foreigners live in a bubble. Like
Really?
we most of the time we
yes.
interact with foreigners, so it's like on a surface level. Unless, well, probably I'm one of the few that who can actually, at least in Beijing, I can be a little local, because I can speak the language and understand the culture.
that helps a lot. You can navigate better.
They can navigate better, and then you say some shit that they only Chinese supposed to know. They're like, oh shit, how the fuck he does,
It
he
makes
knows
them
this
watch
shit.
what they say when they're
Yeah.
around you.
So it depends. It's very few, but like you said, foreigners in Asian countries are mostly. But you love to penetrate cultures. You probably were. Yeah, you probably in there taking off your shoes and
sounds
shit.
bad, man.
Like that's why he bows when he says thank you. Yeah,
That's true. I mean,
pay attention when you leave, because he's like, oh, thank you.
I got you.
fuck.
Just
That
kidding.
was a good one.
It's about that time, man.
All right. So I think that's probably it for today, for our first episode.
Yeah.
Thank you, Francois,
Oh,
for
so
being
bro,
with us. It was
Next time
really,
we let's shoot another one. Next time in
absolutely.
Almaty.
We will, because
Yeah.
we haven't,
What's your channel
got-
called?
my channel is my name, Francois Marc.
Francois Marc on YouTube. Watch and follow him. Subscribe. He has a lot of interesting traveling videos. He's our new friend. Let's give him a warm welcome to Kazakhstan.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Francois. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow,
Wow.
amazing.
Nice. Пока, служу.
All right, guys. See you in the next episodes. And thank you for being with us.
Peace.
Good luck.
Take
Peace.
care.